I'm sorry, I was talking on mute. Hello, guys. A very warm welcome to all of you. It's a very, very special edition of the Circle of Cricket Hangout. This is a very special fan hangout, and this is going to happen throughout the IPL. And Mera naam hai Imam Sharif, and I'm going to be your host for the next 1 month and a half. And we are going to talk about cricket. We are going to talk about the T20 games, which are going to happen for the next 1.5 months. Starting off today, we had a fantastic match. Chennai Super Kings have beaten the Mumbai Indians by 5 wickets, and along with me, I am one of the cricket fans, huge cricket fans, literally and also in theory, and also I have a lot of my friends, a lot of my fans who have come along. We discuss a lot of cricket, so we thought that we are going to talk about cricket and we are going to give you a complete different insight. You would have heard cricketers' insight, the expert insight. Here you're going to hear the fans inside. So without any further ado, let me quickly introduce the guest which we have here with us, starting off with Parth. Hey Parth.
Hi Imam bhai, how are you? So good to see
I'm good, buddy. Same here. How was it? After a long time we watch a cricket match, especially involving Dhoni.
Yeah, the Thala returned after more than 400 days, and what a return here. I miss the spectators. So, had it been in India, I feel, or any other ground where they would have allowed spectators, मतलब बाहुबली जैसा एंट्री होता है यार उसका. So I missed it, but
Absolutely.
Thala returns, and what a return. CSK को बोला जाता था कि डैडी आर्मी है, और मतलब but all the young guns have fired, and we will discuss it over a period of 30-35 minutes. So I am looking forward to it. How are you and your family?
All
I
good.
hope
All
you
good.
guys are keeping safe, Imam bhai. Yeah.
Yes, I am. So thank you so much, Parth. Let's quickly move on to Priyansh. Hey, Priyansh.
Hi, Imam bhai. क्या हाल?
सब सही भाई, सब सही.
I'm great.
So how was it watching a game after a long time?
Actually, it was a very different experience. मतलब इतने time के बाद to watch a live match, it was a very different experience. Because highlights देखते हो तुम्हें पता है क्या होने वाला है. And live matches में the unpredictability, especially the way this match turned out. कभी इधर जा रहा था, कभी उधर जा रहा था. So it was very entertaining.
Absolutely. We'll get into that. Sunny is with us as well from Delhi. Sunny, how are you?
Hi, Imam bhai. I'm good. I'm really fine.
Fantastic. Great to have you, Sunny. We also have Keshav, our in-house rock star. Keshav, how are you doing, buddy? Keshav, we can't
mute.
I think you're muted. So I think Keshav की आवाज आ नहीं रही है. Maybe there is a headphone problem. No, I can't hear you. So there must be a headphone problem. So definitely Keshav will be with us in a very quick short while. So before we get into the match itself, guys, the first thing I just wanted to ask you, about.
Can you hear me now? Hi.
Yes.
Yes, Keshav. You're okay. Yes, Keshav. You can.
I was saying that I might be.
Okay, we lost you again. Okay, no problem. We'll try to get technology, guys. Technology does that, and in this virtual world, we have now understood how to work with these problems. So we are absolutely okay. So Keshav will join us in a short while. So guys, the first question I want to ask you is that how was it to watch a match after a long time? We have been going through some very tough times. It's been one of the worst phases of human history, and a huge crisis. But I think after a long time, there is something to have a smile on the face, because IPL is what we wait for every year, and it did not happen as scheduled. It's happening now. So how was the feeling? So Sunny, how was it after watching? Not watching cricket for such a long time, you get to watch a T20 game involving Dhoni, who has retired and now come back in the IPL. So how was it?
Well, Imam Bhai, it was truly fantastic to watch Dhoni back after 1 year, 3 months, and 10 days. So it has been quite a long wait because the IPL usually happens in April and May, and due to what is the ongoing situation right now, it took place in September and October. So overall, a very good experience because the impact that this game will make in the upcoming matches would also enhance the quality in this year's IPL. And this year's IPL is actually pretty much important for most of the players, especially the Indian players, because the pitches in UAE are spin friendly wickets. So we got to see how they tackle the spin. The batsmen have to play their shots according to the conditions, and I think leg spinners will also play a prominent role in this year's IPL, and it was wonderful. The way Deepak Chahar got wickets in the power play and the way Piyush Chawla bowled, it was brilliant. And that is, I think, somewhere Mumbai Indians lacked because CSK got their overs from the spinners, which Mumbai Indians didn't.
So सनी मैं पूछ रहा था कि I इतने दिनों के बाद क्रिकेट देखना कैसे लगा, and he has analyzed the entire game and I've done half of our job. So thank you, Sunny. Thank you so much for that. So Parth, what do you think? After that's been a lot of difficult
See,
time.
yes, Imamba, it has been tough days for cricketers as well. I would say, because risking a life and to get out and play is a difficult thing. So players have pulled out. Harbhajan Singh pulled out. Raina pulled out, and uh, to go out and in this difficult situation where you have left your families behind and you go and play cricket. But I feel coronavirus is here to stay and we have to move on. The game has to start, and athletes are the most fittest people around. So if they are exposed, I am not saying that their lives are not important. They are very very important to us, but they will have some kind of immunity, or they are more fitter than the usual beings. So sports will start first, I feel, when it will start opening. And today it was a brilliant game, as Sunny analyzed. And the game has moved forward, the people has moved forward, and let's hope for the best that it ends well. It has started well, it should end well, and nobody should get affected by this deadly virus.
Absolutely, I think very well said, Parth. Keshav, life in this bio bubble for cricketers, and we getting to see the first match. How was it? How was your experience? Keshav, can you hear me? Okay, I think Keshav's network is playing a bit of a hide and seek game. No worries, Priyansh, I'll throw that question to you.
Yeah. So I think the bio bubble thing, more than the physicality, I think it's quite an emotionally challenging issue for the
Mhm.
player. Like in the lockdown, every one of us had fights at our places. Like I'm pretty sure, and so it was emotionally challenging for each one of us. And like from the lockdown to entering a bio bubble like that with important matches ahead, and especially it will be a life changing tournament for a lot of players, for a lot of youngsters, for a lot of players who are trying to get back into their national sides. So it must have been very challenging for them, and I'm really happy to see them come back on the field and give it the best shot.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much. I think that's really important, guys. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Keshav, we've joined back again, so
Yeah.
hopefully you will be able to, yeah, you'll be able to share your experiences of watching the game after a long time before we move on to the next
Uh,
question.
See, I actually uh, watched the whole English season on Sony Live, so that it's not like that I've watched after a long time. And of course, I was so excited to watch MS Dhoni back in action after that fateful day in Manchester last year in July. But he didn't really get to bat much, just a couple of deliveries. And so other than that, I think it was an okay experience. But at the end of the day, CSK has beaten Mumbai, and I think I'm the happiest person in the whole of Mumbai right now.
And why are we not surprised? Why are we not surprised? We know that. So okay, guys, so that makes that point. Thank you, Keshav. That was the next question. I just wanted to move quickly on to the result for tonight. We had a team which is the defending champions in Mumbai Indians. They have won all the games against Chennai the last time they played. Including the round robin games to the final of that last delivery, which they won of 1 run. So today, MS Dhoni and team have turned around the tables. So are you guys surprised by that result? So let me go to Parth with the question. Parth, are you surprised by the way,
All
it was
surprised. So
one-sided
so
game in a way?
it was a one-sided game, and yeah, I am a bit surprised that it was one-sided. I expected a little more fight from Mumbai team, but honestly, I was backing Chennai Super Kings to win this game because they have quality spinners. Dhoni has utilized his resource really very well. I know the history and the statistics doesn't support CSK when they play against Mumbai, but for today's game, especially after winning the toss, I was quite sure that this is Chennai's game because I knew at some point of time you will come into play, and Chennai has a betting lineup who can win a match for them. So they are good in chasing as well. So I was backing Chennai, and I'm not surprised, but yeah, I'm surprised the way Mumbai has played this match, and their fielding was sloppy. Bumrah was didn't bowl up to the mark. They had three good quality bowlers because Bumrah was bowling, Trent Bolt was there, and also they had I think I'm missing. They didn't play Coulter-Nile, but yeah. So Pattinson, I don't know why they didn't play Coulter-Nile. They should have backed him, but it was a difficult day for Mumbai, and I would like to see them, coming and bouncing back from here.
Perfect pass. So Coulter Knight didn't play because he had a niggle. That's what Rohit said at
Oh,
the toss.
okay, okay,
So
okay, okay,
Coulter Knight otherwise is one of the very good bowlers, and especially
okay.
whenever he's got a chance in IPL, he's done very well.
Mm.
Keshav, Mumbai Indians innings started off like this. They took off and then they nosedived. Then they took off again with Hardik and Pollard, and it nosedived. What do you think went wrong? What did I know you're happy? You're not complaining, but still, from a cricketing point of view, what went wrong with their innings?
I think it was Dhoni's captaincy that you have to credit here because I was watching the match in dugout, not like I was watching on Hotstar, so there is an option for dugout. So they analyzed the game in between. So they showed that the ball when Rohit got out, उससे just एक ball पहले, the fielder was not there where he stationed that fielder जहाँ पे रोहित का catch हुआ, उससे एक ball पहले उसने field change की थी. He invited Rohit to kind of go over long off, sorry mid off, and उसने mid off ऊपर कर दिया. And that's when I think the derail started. And it's a very nice coincidence today that जो दोनों मुंबई और चेन्नई की जो पहली जो 2 wickets थी, both those wickets were taken by newcomers for both the sides, like Piyush Chawla and Sam Curran picked up the first couple of wickets here, and in Mumbai, Trent Bolt and Pattinson picked up their first couple of wickets. So I think the new buyers have worked well, but I think the difference today's difference was Dhoni's brain.
Oh, okay.
I mean, who would have thought कि without Raina, without Harbhajan, without Bravo, would have
I
thought that
completely
this
agree
Chennai
with
team would have
Keshav
beaten
on
a full
this.
strength Mumbai Indians.
I completely agree with Keshav on this thing because it was, CSK, nahi, but it was Dhoni versus MI because MI had a full
Yeah,
force.
exactly.
MI had a full force in there, and CSK was struggling, and it was just like कि धोनी का जो cricketing sharp mind है, उसी ने मैच जिताया है ये उनके लिए.
And
So
even at the end, Imam,
also
even at the end,
Mhm.
even at the end, I was saying like people. I was looking at Twitter match के साथ साथ, तो people were asking why the hell is Dhoni not coming to bat. लेकिन
left arm
the fact
bowler
that
was bowling. Yeah.
the fact that Dhoni sent Sam Curran and he played that 6 ball 18 runs innings. Because he sent him because Krunal Pandya was bowling left arm spin and he wanted to send a left-handed batsman. So that's another master stroke by him. So 2 master strokes where he got the wicket of Rohit Sharma, and at the end,
But
Let me-
Imam bhai,
Yeah.
I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are asking Keshav and how he felt when CSK, Dhoni, how he reacted and he made CSK win the match. So I want to ask how you are feeling because your Hyderabadi boy has delivered for Chennai.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So did you put on your 3D glasses to watch
Yes,
this
I
innings? Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did it. I was very happy. He's that kind of a player. In fact, Suresh Raina in one of his interviews said a very, very bold statement. He said,
Hmm.
if Ambati Rayudu was India's number 4 in World Cup, India would have
Yeah.
won the World Cup. He said
Yeah.
that on record. So that's a very,
Yeah.
very bold statement coming from a player of Raina's quality who himself was available for the World Cup. So I think Rayudu's ability is something which we have all seen. Unfortunate that he missed out, that particular World Cup. But my thought on the game was, I agree with both you and Keshav Park, but I also feel that Mumbai Indians somehow, were a bit overconfident is what I felt. Especially after the start they got, they thought that okay, Rohit hit the first ball for a 4, brilliant shot, and they thought that it's going to be a batting track and let's get 200. I think that's where they went wrong because the pitch slightly got slower as the game progressed. So their shot selection was not right as per what I think. And also the way Hardik came out to bat, he came out looking like, he wanted to score 250, 300. And he hit 1 6, he hit another 6, and then he tried again. So I think sometimes you need to respect the conditions. And Mumbai Indians today failed to do that. So that's the reason why they, got out for 162. Otherwise, they could have easily got a 180, 190 score had they put their minds into the batting. But that's what I thought. Priyansh, do you agree with that?
So I wanted to add another thing. We were talking about Ambati Raidu's role. So what Mumbai Indians batting order lack, they don't have a very stable batsman who can play a side role and let someone else take over. Like we see what Faf did today, right? And someone like Faf du Plessis, who is a he is a good hitter of the ball, right? But he made a side roll today. He let Ambati Raidu go on the driver's seat, play the big shots, and lead the team towards the victory. So what Mumbai Indians lack is everyone goes for the big shots. Everyone tries to be the
Yes.
match winner, right? They don't have the stability in the batting lineup, right? And like if you see the middle order of Mumbai Indians, right? We have Krunal Pandya who could have played down the ground shots. We have other people also who could have. We have Pollard who plays the big shots. So they should have let the other players take the driver's
Very
seat,
good.
and
Yes.
one player should have
Rather than going for a glory shot themselves.
right.
Very good point, Priyansh. I think, and guys, and viewers who are watching who would feel कि प्रियांश तो दिल्ली का बंदा है, ये मुंबई की बात वी करके क्यों बोल रहा है? But he's a huge Mumbai fan, like Keshav is of Chennai Super Kings. So I think that's why that emotion is coming out from Priyansh, and I hope Rohit Sharma will watch this video. And trust me, most of the people will watch this video because this is coming from the fans inside, and these are very important guys. Okay, we don't get paid, but we definitely give very good insights without getting paid. All right. So, Sunny, my question to you on the point which Priyansh made. Priyansh made a very good point that there was nobody who could, take the innings and play out the 20 overs. Were you surprised, Sunny, that someone like an Ishan Kishan was left out from this team?
I was very much surprised, Imam Bhai, because again Mumbai did the same mistake, not utilizing their resources well. Because if you know, see, Mumbai already have a poor record in UAE. They've lost 5 out of 5 earlier when the IPL took place here. Now they've lost their sixth one. And for me, I think even what I felt in Mumbai, although they have a good left-hand, right-hand combination as compared to any other teams in the IPL. So yeah, Ishan Kishan would have been very handy on those wickets because he is a good player of spin, and we have seen how he can score quickly out of spinners. And also, I feel what Mumbai should do in this year's IPL that they should play Chris Lynn in the first half of the tournament because Lynn likes the ball coming onto the bat. He is a good player on fresh wickets. अगर
Hmm.
आगे चल के अभी आईपीएल में विकेट्स और स्लो हो जाएंगी तो इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट फॉर देम टू प्ले क्रिस्लिन
Hmm.
एंड as far as Trent Bolt is concerned, Bolt is a very good bowler with the new ball, but as we already saw in previous years IPL that his death bowling is also a big concern. So I don't think why Mumbai went. I know Mumbai went for Trent Bolt because he is a very good bowler. But the thing is, they already had Bumrah as a good death bowler. Malinga has opted out. That's a different thing. They should have roped a good death bowler as a replacement because they know that Malinga will not be there. His experience will not be there, so they should have roped in some experienced death specialist.
Do you think that's the reason why Delhi Capitals traded Bolt to Mumbai?
Yes, I think so because previous 2 years में जो ट्रेंट बोल्ट का परफॉर्मेंस रहा है डेथ ओवर्स में वो अच्छा नहीं रहा है.
Hmm. I agree. I agree. Trent Bolt is a fantastic bowler when it comes to the new ball, but he definitely struggles with the older ball. So I think yes, good point there. So guys, actually, the next point which I want to talk about, you guys have touched upon it slightly. So Keshav, I want to come to you and talk to you about Raidu. One of the players who was given a lot of opportunity, ample opportunity to bat at number 4, and he did that. Sometimes he failed, sometimes he did very well. What do you think? Today's innings of his was this a kind of statement to the selectors that what this is what you missed? Keshav, Keshav, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so the question was about Raidu, which we touched base on a few moments ago, Keshav. He got an ample opportunity in, before the World Cup. Sometimes he failed, sometimes he succeeded, but we did not pick him because of Vijay Shankar, the 3D dimension player which Park spoke about. So do you think he made a statement today with his bat?
Not necessarily. Like, he has retired from international cricket, and he has. I don't think age is also on his side, so there's no chance of him getting back into the side. And if he were to make any statement, I think then see, a lot of time has already gone by as well. Like, the World Cup was almost 15 months back, and that was June 2019, and it's September 2020. So I don't think he was necessarily making a statement per se, but I can see where you are coming from, because there was a certain sort of aggression in his batting, and the way he was looking eye to eye into the bowlers, and really thumping his aggression right from the game one. So I think that could be one of the roles that he has been given by the management and Dhoni, that in absence of Raina, you should be the one who can do a sort of a Raina type of role, because Raina was not just a floater, but he was somebody who
Number 3.
liked to take on the bowlers as well. So I think Raidu did that very well today, and maybe in coming games we'll see him as a floater as well.
Absolutely. I think if given an opportunity, I think Rayudu would like to open. That's how he loved it, in the past
I think
IPLs
he
as well.
see. I think he would have opened if Raina was there. Then Murli Vijay would have sit out, and Raidu would have opened for sure.
Perfect. Absolutely. So, Parth, what I was trying to say when I say statement, it's not about making a comeback or sort, but I think it's a kind of statement that this is what you missed. I could have been there. I could have been that number four for you, and I could have, as Raina said, might have helped India win the World Cup. What are your thoughts on his innings today?
एब्सोल्युटली मतलब अगर आप देखने जाओ सो द वे ही वाज प्लेइंग एंड राइटली पॉइंटेड आउट बाय केशव दैट ही वाज लुकिंग eye into eye in bowlers, and he wanted, it's not that kind of a statement that he will make a comeback or he's making a statement to a selector. It's more of a uh, पर्सनल थिंग एज वेल. अगर मतलब मैंने कभी मेरे को कहीं पे ड्रॉप कर दिया ना कि भाई तूने अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं किया है और तुझे अभी नहीं ले रहे हैं, सो द नेक्स्ट थिंग व्हाट आई विल डू इज व्हेनेवर आई विल गेट अ opportunity, I will try to be maximum of whom I can. I will try to give my 100%. And it was
Yeah.
more of a he's proving a point to himself that I belong there, but
Mm.
somehow I wasn't able to be, a part of that journey. He wanted to be there, but he unfortunately selectors didn't think that way. The captain didn't think that way, and that made him, the angst was there. So in his batting, I could
That
sense
fire.
that, yeah, that
Yeah.
fire कि यार वो ज्यादा पॉइंट अपने आप को प्रूव कर रहा था rather than proving to anybody else that I
Anybody
belong
else.
there. Yeah.
Good point. Absolutely. Sunny, Priyansh, you agree with that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
completely agree with that.
Okay. All right, so guys, I think we are almost on time. बात करते करते time ऐसे निकल गया. I didn't realize that we are already 28 minutes into the hangout, and I'm sure people who are watching will also enjoy it.
Yeah,
Keep going, guys. But yeah, we are also like have some important work and all, and that's fine. We are going to have this discussion on a daily basis. But one last question before we call it fan hangout for today. So I'll start off with you, Priyansh. Tomorrow's game, we have Delhi Capital taking on the Kings 11 Punjab. Now, both the teams are eager to start off on a winning note. Punjab is going to start afresh with a new captain, with a new coach, as they keep on doing every year. I don't know why. Maybe that's the reason why they have not done so well in the IPL so far. But what are your thoughts, Priyansh? Tomorrow's game.
I think Punjab looks better on paper,
It's
but
12 o'clock.
I'm sorry for that. But I think Delhi, seeing the form of all the players and having a good, a balanced side, I think Delhi have a better chance, but Punjab looks better on paper comparatively. And I think where's tomorrow's match? Is it happening at
Dubai,
Sharjah?
Dubai,
Tomorrow
Dubai.
is Dubai.
Dubai.
Then we have a bigger ground. So yeah, I think I would go with Delhi because they have Amit Mishra, they have the leg spinners on their side, and as we saw today, I'm not sure about the pitch. You know, today's pitch had a lot of grass, and the spinners did well. The spinners took advantage of that. So let's see. I'll go with Delhi.
You go with Delhi. Okay, Parth.
I would go with Delhi again because देखो यार मुझे spinners अच्छे लगते हैं. They have quality spinners, and and Priyansh pointed out a nice thing that it's a bigger ground, so
Hmm.
the hard hitters won't be able to clear it easily. The bigger question I would like to address is whether Gale will be in the playing 11, because I don't see his place in KXIP. I feel Puran will have a go. He has a better chance, and Mayank and KL Rahul can open, and KL can any which ways can keep wickets. So also KL Rahul will have a point to prove to selectors as well, because he is fighting for that place of wicket keeper, because Rishabh Pant ने इतना अच्छा नहीं किया है जो उससे expected है. So it's a good match, but I would still back Delhi because they have more Indian players, quality Indian players, and I would say I'm a bit of a fan of Shreyas Iyer now. So I love to see that man leading the team. So yeah, I have a soft corner
You
for
go
him,
with Delhi
and
as well.
yeah, I would go with Delhi.
Sunny, no prizes for guessing what you're going to say, but still, I would want to hear it from your mouth.
Imam Bhai, I would definitely go with Delhi because if you see their spin department is they have covered up very well because they now have a quality of spinner in form of Ashwin. If because KXIP they have got left-handers. If Nicholas Puran play, then Ashwin comes into play. If Chris Gale plays, then Ashwin can open the bowling. And as we all know, that Maxwell is there, but Maxwell had poor records against leg spinners. So Delhi has got two leg spinners in form of Amit Mishra and Sandeep Lamichhane. So the spin department of Delhi looks much more complete than KXIP. So I would not be surprised if Delhi wins that game comprehensively.
But I would love to
Oh,
see Maxwell versus Ashwin.
Ashwin. Okay, okay.
Maxwell.
All right. So, and guys,
Uh,
I'll tell you one
Maxwell
thing
has
before I go to
very good.
Asia. Yeah, Priyansh, go ahead.
Yeah, so Maxwell has a very good record in the UAE. So
You
I'm
will
pretty
not
sure.
believe. That's what I was about to say. I was about to say that before IPL got shifted from UAE to India, Maxwell was averaging around 75 in the UAE. So he was having a great time. In fact, he defeated, single-handedly they beat Chennai in one of the games, even when Chennai scored more than 190 in the UAE. So I think, yeah, so good point. I was about to say that, Priyansh. So Keshav, your thoughts upon tomorrow's game, buddy? Delhi Capitals taking on KXIP. We have 3-0 in Delhi's favor so far. Okay, Keshav's internet is acting really weird, guys. But trust me, this is not the case every time. He always has a very
Imam
good
Bhai,
network.
I have something to tell you.
Yeah, please.
Imam Bhai, you mentioned that when Maxwell had a good season when IPL took place in UAE. If you remember that he did well in the starting games. When the IPL progressed, even in the UAE leg, he got out to leg spinners.
No, I'm not going to fight with you over that. I agree.
No,
I
no.
agree.
Uh,
I
it,
agree. I cannot fight a Delhiite talking about his own team. Okay, so yes, I agree with you. But having said that, if you ask me, it's going to be a very, very, very nice game to watch as a viewer because it's going to be a first game for both the teams. I know you points. I agree with all the points which you guys made in terms of spin bowling, in terms of the ground being big. But I think even KXIP has come up with a new setup and new players. Let's see how it goes. I will not be surprised if KXIP pulls up a rabbit out of the hat tomorrow and prove a lot of people wrong and defeat the Delhi Capitals. Keshav, you're back, buddy. Before we close, would love to get your thoughts on tomorrow's game.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Punjab is going to win tomorrow because I think the combination of Anil Kumble and KL Rahul is going to prosper really well this season. And, both are from Karnataka and there are a lot of Karnataka players as well in the team, like Mayank Agarwal is there, Krishnappa Gautam is there, Karun Nair is there. So I think this is going to be an interesting team because if you see just like I heard that Sunny was saying their spin department isn't as good as Delhi, but I think they have got Mujib, they have got Krishnappa Gautam, they have got this young leggy from the Under 19 World Cup, Bishnoi. So I think they have more or less most of the bases covered, and I'm really excited to see how Rahul does as a captain because we all know how Rohit became a altogether different player since he got IPL captaincy in
Captain,
2013.
yes.
So I'm expecting the same from Rahul. Not just his captaincy, but I think it'll also affect his batting for the good, and he could be the orange cap holder at the end of the tournament.
Wow, big calls taken by Keshav first. Backing Punjab to defeat tomorrow Delhi Capitals, which I'm sure Sunny will not like. And he also make a very bold statement that he see Rahul taking the orange cap. This is going to really be exciting tournament, guys. As you know, IPL every year is absolutely exciting. And trust me, with all of us, we'll try to make it even more exciting for you. If you would have seen the views, these are all our Sanjay Manjrekars, Harsha Bhogle sitting right here and giving you those views, those insights. And I promise you, this will continue for the next month and a half, and we are going to really have a good time talking to you guys. And I hope that you love this conversation. Thank you so much, Keshav, Parth, Sunny, and Priyansh.
Iman
Thank you,
bhai,
Imam
just
bhai.
one last thing I want to say.
You
Ke,
have 10 seconds.
no one would be surprised if we see an Indian player winning the orange cap this year.
Fantastic. We will not mind that. We want that. We don't want any foreigner to take that. Okay, because Atmanirbhar Bharat is going on, we would want that to continue even
Not
in the
not
IPL.
even not even Warner.
Warner
I will
Garu.
answer that on our next show. That was a very difficult question. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much, Parth, Keshav, Sunny, Priyansh. It was wonderful talking to you guys. Tomorrow we'll catch you at the same time. Tune in, Circle of Cricket Fans Hangout, and we are going to rock the show tomorrow as well. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye.